something big is happening very, very soon. I feel it in my gut with Iran and the West. Something extremely big. It's going to cause massive pain and suffering all around the world. However, this is not a doom and gloom video. This is a video about great opportunity that are here right now and coming in this midst of chaos. Why? Because when there is mass chaos, when there's blood in the streets, there's going to be great wealth exchange, okay? And it's happening right now. For example, you can see what's happening with debt. You can see what's happening with hyperinflation. You can see what's happening with world kinetic energy that's happening all around. So because of all that stuff, there's great opportunities from real estate to owning businesses, to starting businesses, to buying businesses, to being a digital nomad, to writing your own book. AI is really revolutionary things up, okay? For a guy that can't spell and write, AI has definitely helped me out a lot, and it can help you too. Today, you can sit there and literally start a business in a matter of minutes through AI. You can have your sales copy, you can have your logos, you can have your website, you can have code, programming, literally everything if you just spend a little bit amount of time and learning how to do it, okay? This is why it's a great opportunity and not a disaster. Now, is there going to be pain and suffering all around? Absolutely. I said it on my Facebook post, and I'll say it today. The Great Depression is a midget to what's coming now. It's a midget to what's coming now, okay? Because we have, again, debt, hyperinflation, massive wars. We are having a civil conflict inside of America. The dollar, the world reserve currency, is crumbling as we speak. We have merging world powers, superpowers coming that, we don't like, and so on and so on, which creates crazy opportunities at home. Look at what's happening in real estate. I am going from many states, from Texas to Florida to Las Vegas, and so on and so on. Many different states. Arizona, you're seeing massive haircuts happening. You're seeing inventories coming. You're seeing days on market, DOM, increasing, okay? You're seeing price cuts like never before. For example, in the past 4 or 5 years, I haven't seen apartment complexes giving specials. For example, today you can find apartment complexes that give you 8 weeks of free rent plus a gift card of $500, okay? I haven't seen that in a long time. This is one of the reasons I subscribe to different property management, because they let me know what's going on in the streets, in the trenches. When apartment managers start doing free rent, they start giving gift cards, that means something big is happening in their industry, okay? When people start moving and they can't afford a mover, then you know something big is happening. This is the reason I knew this real estate market was about to crash back in 2006, fourth quarter. I owned a moving company, and I saw all these people buying these beautiful homes, right? But they couldn't afford to pay $200, $300, $1,000 for a move to the mover. And I thought to myself, how can they buy a house when they can't even afford, and this wasn't happening one time too, like 60, 70% of the customers were getting and moving into these big homes or brand new homes, but they couldn't even afford $500 move. And I started thinking, what's going on? That's when I realized this real estate market is about to start crashing. And sure enough, a year and a half later, we were in a real estate crash because of mortgage-backed securities, because of bankers lending money to people that did not qualify. As long as it could fog up a mirror, they were able to get a loan. So great news is the same thing is happening, but in a different rhyme, okay? You had the past few years almost 0% interest rates. You had forbearance programs. You had Big Brother shutting off the foreclosure courts to stop what's coming. But now we're paying the consequences of that and before what has happened. So this is why I'm singing the tune that there's great opportunities here, because if you're a real estate investor, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start your own business, you want to start a hustle, you want to write a book, dude, sometimes life is going to push you to do something to be your dreams, even if you don't want to, okay? One of the best ways to start is go to my real estate dojo and download the Mother course if you're interested in real estate. If you want to learn master leases, you want to learn lease option, you want to learn subject to seller financing, wholesaling, fix and flip, landlording, so on and so on. Right now, I'm having a flash sale at myrealestatedojo.com. You might want to download my course, has over 100 hours of training. So this is a great opportunity to be a real estate investor. I know Many of us are struggling. We might be financially struggling. We may have lost our jobs. We might be putting stuff on debt, and we don't know what to do. But I'm here to tell you guys, you got to stay on the positive side, okay, instead of the negative side. You got to focus on the light. You are resilient. You are your dreams. You can do anything you want to do, okay? You just got to believe in yourself. You just got to go do it, guys. Start where you stand. Start where you stand. It doesn't matter if you have nothing or if you have everything. But more than likely, you have a lot of stuff. You just don't realize it. You know, like if you had food today, did you eat today? I know people that haven't eaten for 2 or 3 days. Did you eat today? Well, thank God you did. Did you have a bed to sleep on? If you did, thank God you did. If did you have a shower to take a shower in today? Did you have hot water, cold water? Did you even have running water? There's people around the world don't even have running water, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, did you have a clothes to wear? There's people that don't have clothes. I see a lot of homeless people wearing the same stuff every day, right? And they're dirty. They don't have a place to take a bath. You know, there are kids that are starving. There's kids in the hospital beds. There are parents in hospital beds. So if you got your legs, you got your arms, you're walking, dude, once you start appreciating all the stuff that you have today, then you can go to the next level. Because don't be like me. You know, the more I had, the more I wanted, right? You know, it's the disease of accumulation, the disease of getting more, accumulating and acquisition, right? And never appreciating really the simple things in life, right? Never appreciating that, hey, I'm alive today. Like today, the first thing I wake up is like, thank you, God, I'm alive, thank you. Because that is an awesome thing. You know, my cousin, you know, literally younger than me, with a lot more success, is just not even here today. You know what I mean? So it really helped me realize like what is the most important thing, you know? So if you're alive, thank the guy upstairs, and focus on all the things that you do have, right? Instead of the things you don't have. As Tony Robbins says, the stuff that's not working for you, all the bad stuff is always there. And so is the good stuff. It's all about us putting our attentions on the good or the bad. Yes, the economy is melting down. Yes, we're heading into the biggest depression America's ever seen. Yes, things are hard. I've tried to warn you guys back in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. I was ringing the bell and everyone was saying I was crazy when I was saying gold was the play. I was saying the market will crash. I didn't realize they're going to do 0% interest rate. I didn't realize they're going to close the court systems down so there couldn't be no foreclosure. I didn't realize 7.7 million people were getting into a forbearance program because Big Brother's regulations. I didn't realize these things were possible. I didn't realize 0% interest was even possible. I didn't realize negative was even possible. But, you know, this is what happens when you have a cooked system, right? But I could focus on that, or I could focus on all the opportunity that, hey, I am alive, that I live in America, I have all these opportunities just like you do. You're more than likely have more than I do. You're more than likely you can spell better, you can read better, you have better connections, you may have, and you may not. You may have worse situation than I am. But either way, we can focus on the negativity or we can focus on the positivity. We focus on where we want to go. One thing I've learned by riding bicycles, riding motorcycles, is that wherever my head goes, my vehicle will follow. So if I look at the ditch, I'm going to run into the ditch. If I look at some stationary item that I don't want to hit, guess what? I'm going to hit. But if I look to where I want to go, the motorcycle will go that way. The bicycle will go that way. Same with my dreams. There's a lot of rain out there. There's a lot of storms out there in today's society, but I can focus on the storm. I can focus on the rain. And my suggestion is, which I told myself, I got to focus on the positivity of life because, dude, it's amazing. Even if you're out and under, even if the bottom has fell over, if you're alive, it's amazing. If you live in America, it's amazing, guys. Anyways, guys, in my opinion, not financial advice, this is the best time to be alive if you want to be an entrepreneur. You have AI, internet, so on and so on. If you want to be a real estate investor, you have crashes, you have people going behind in payments, you have debt, hyperinflation, you have all this crazy stuff happening. You have world conflicts happening, right? And that's why I believe that this is the greatest time to be alive and to be an entrepreneur. Because what is an entrepreneur? A lot of people don't realize what an entrepreneur is. And my definition as an entrepreneur is one thing you got to ask yourself. And if you get to answer this honestly, then you'll be your dreams. Are you willing to be homeless for your dreams? Let me say that again. A lot of people are going to say, oh yeah, man, like I'm going to do it. No, literally. Even if you say yes, go live on the street for just 3 days. Don't take a bath. Don't take a shower. Don't go back to your house. And then you'll answer your question. Are you willing to be homeless to be your dreams? I mean, let me say that again, because I have picked that road multiple times in my life, ladies and gentlemen. One time I was forced into it, and the other times I chose the path, because whenever you're in the fire, when you're fighting steel with steel, is when you get tough, right? The resistance is what makes you strong. But my main question to people is, so many people say, I want to be on entrepreneur, Mike. I want to be on entrepreneur, Mike. But man, once they get hit one time, they're not going to want to do it no more, okay? The very only thing you have to answer to yourself is not if you know how to talk to a seller, if you don't have the skills, what skills do you need? None of that stuff. The very first thing is the mental attitude. Will you be willing to be homeless to be your dreams? If you're not willing to be homeless, if you're not willing to get that rejection, if you're not willing to live on the fucking street, if you're not willing to be stinky, if you're not willing to be embarrassed, if you're not willing to freaking fail, you're not willing to fail, you're not willing to fail, you're not willing to keep trying, then there's no reason to be an entrepreneur. It's better to get a job. As Rich Dad Poor Dad says, there's 4 quadrants. You have the E, the S, the B, and the I. Maybe being a B is not for you if you're not willing to be homeless. Maybe being an S is better. Being a self-employed, like doing freelance work, or or being an E, getting a job, and then taking that money and investing it into like stuff like gold and real estate or Bitcoin or whatever. Not financial advice here, but the point I'm trying to make is the most important question is, if you want to be a business owner, is, are you willing to listen? This is the most realist thing anyone has said in America, in the internet. If you're willing to be your dreams, are you willing to live in your car? Are you willing to be homeless to be your dreams? And if the answer is yes, and you're not willing to just go do it right now, just keep paying your bills, but go on the streets for 2 or 3 days without taking a shower, right? And try it and see if you feel safe. If you're willing to deal with the psychological stress that you're going to go through, the emotional hurdles you're going to feel, if you're willing to take that. Because if the answer is no, don't start your own business. I literally just start a side hustle, because to start your own business, you have to be willing to risk it all. And I mean all, which means if you're not willing to be homeless, there's no reason to start your own business. You're better off having a job working for someone else, okay? There's a lot of opportunities, but some of these opportunities, if not all opportunities, are all risky, and it can put you on the street. And the safest thing is JOB. The most riskiest thing is to start your own business. And a lot of people say they want to start their own business, but they're not honest with themselves, because the very first question, if you want to be honest with yourself, is, am I willing to risk it all? Am I willing to do a business that doesn't pay me? Month after month, year after year? Am I willing to put my savings into a business that doesn't pay me? Am I willing to sleep in my car? Am I willing to sell everything that I own to put into this business, trying to make it work? Am I willing to do it when there is zero harvest, when there's zero opportunity, when I don't have food to eat, when I'm willing to live in my car, when I'm willing to risk it all? And please, for heaven's sake, if the answer is no, if you don't know, if you're hesitant, don't start your own business, because the odds of success is very, very slim. Now, I'm not trying to be negative, because if the answer to that is yes, then absolutely start your business. You live in America. You have AI. You have the internet. You have social media. You can buy homes with hardly any money. There's people that will give you money. There's private money. There's all these opportunities out there. But the most important thing is the mindset. Are you willing to quit? And the very simple answer is, are you willing to live on the streets? Are you willing to be homeless for your dreams? Because it's not guaranteed, man. It's not guaranteed. And so many people I ask, yeah, man, I'm willing to. And for a guy that has lived on the streets multiple times to be his dreams, and I can tell you guys, it's not easy, dude. It is not easy. It's extremely challenging. Psychologically, it's challenging. Physically, it's challenging. Not having financial, because you're putting all your money into your business, into your rental property, into your book, into your dream, whatever the story may be for you. It is not easy, dude. You have people telling you can't do it. You got your mom telling you, you got your dad telling you, you got your sister telling you, you got your brother telling you, you got your girlfriend telling you, you got your husband telling you, you got your partner telling you, you got the school telling you, you got the system telling you, you got social media telling you, you got the programming telling you, you got all these people telling you can't be your dreams, and you're trying to make it. And if you're not willing to live on the street to be your dreams, then there's that's the ultimate question, because the waves are going to come like tsunamis, and you got to be willing to just say, okay, I'm here, it's running me over, because I'm going to be my dreams. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not easy. Okay, I've lived on my street, and and started a business with $100 and turned it into 3 businesses, and then was not happy with the material successes that I've reached, because I realized, and I was very lucky to realize that, accumulation and trying to be the king of the mountain is not going to bring me happiness. And that's why I give most of my stuff to the homeless, and decided to go what Buddha and Jesus did and become a minimalist, and try different things in life, right? But I'm here to tell you, I've always listened to my heart. I've never had a job. I'm 45 plus, guys. Never had a job. Never had a resume. I've never had a real job. Never had a resume. I'm like, I don't know anyone else in America. I can tell you that. Okay, I got another friend in high school that's like that. But besides that, I don't know anyone else. Right? Never had a job. Oh, I was always willing to tighten my belt. I didn't ever borrow money from a bank. Never borrowed money from a dad or credit cards or anything like that. I just closed my eyes, used imagination, creativity, and I was willing to pay the ultimate price, which is risk it all for the dream, put every penny I got into it, and it didn't matter what the end result was. I was willing to go all in. The tsunami's coming, dude, and I'm just closing my eyes and I'm saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're willing to do that, then you can be your dreams. And if you're not willing to do that, let me be honest with you, having a job is so much more easier. Okay, you can have a job and just take your money and invest it. You can have a job and create a side hustle. You can, because a job, they pay you. You don't have to be that smart. You don't have to be that, and people are thinking, oh man, yeah, you gotta be smart to get a job. But what I mean, like, emotionally smart, as like be able to endure punch after punch, bloody nose after bloody nose, cut after cut, like depression after depression, because you can't see anything. You don't even know where up is or down is. But if you're willing to endure all that, and I don't have a crystal ball, but I believe, right? I believe and I have faith, because I've experienced it in my own life before, not once, not twice, that it'll work for you. You just got to show the ether. You got to show God that you're not going to quit, dude. You're willing to do whatever it takes, okay? Because He's the one that put that seed in you, dude. You didn't just pop it up with your brain. You may think it was you, but it wasn't, dude. If someone put that seed in you, and it's your job to harvest it, and just like a seed, it's going to be tough to get buried underneath the ground, guys. There's no sun, there's no friends, there's darkness, no one will believe in you, it's cold, it's scary, there's bugs, etc. But through that chemical alchemy, you will become a stronger person, right? All around. And the question is, are you willing to live on the street? Because opportunities are here, but there's a risk with the opportunities. And if you're willing to live on the street, you can have the opportunity. If you're not willing to live on the street, then you got to sit it out, because it's risky, ladies and gentlemen. It's risky. Now, I want to tell you, you can be your dreams. You are your dreams, and never, never, never give up. Start where you stand. This is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful. Peace. Romy.